Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Woohoo! It's Friday. It's party time. Or it's recover time. Depending on your age, I guess. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the volume. Really need to get a new iPad. Hey, hope you've had a good Friday afternoon and ready to either crash and have a nice sleep in, which you've probably earned all of years, which is always enjoyable, or you're looking just to, you're frustrated, you need to go out and blow off some steam and just get loose, or you just want to exercise and just take it out on yourself. We've all got different ways that we, I guess, cope or adapt or work out our things. Sometimes that doesn't work. I'm far from perfect. I know everyone else has things. You've got to work out different things. I guess I just a little bit of house lock-in. I'm not sure. Went for a ride today. I feel a lot better this afternoon. Good. Got the bike out, the first run after the bearing upgrade, and performed immaculately. Took it through water, mud and everything. No dramas. Didn't miss a beat. Very happy with how that's turned out. Let me just fix this. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so I went for a ride and did a bit of a Swan Valley. I've taken you, I think, a while back, took you to a bridge just down the road. And we did some photos around there early on when I did the drone testing. If you go back and check out that drone testing video. And there's some nice shots there. I went back there, really hadn't changed much, nothing super that I could really get into. I did get a couple with the bridge that I think I might have something with, but nothing too amazing. So I decided to go around the other side of the river, which I hadn't, which turned into a big ride. I think it was about 3 hours I was out. So it was a fair ride, but I found a couple of nice spots, and I found just an amazing wetlands in the back of a suburb in Midland. Just this wetlands with all these old dead trees sitting out of these marshes, and super, super pretty. Yeah, I'm got it in my head now. I know where it is, how to get to it. It's just how I can use it. I looked at it for possibly doing the Astro stuff I want to do tonight, but I really want to use that tree I found the other night because it's got a bit of a background. The only thing with this one with Astro was that it had houses in the background, so I really didn't want that because it's basically dead smack bang in a suburb, this basically wetland wilderness. There's birds and everything. It's pretty bloody amazing, actually. It's amazing when you just get out, actually just go for a ride or a walk, and just walk those back streets where you haven't been before, what you can find. So it was pretty darn cool, and I should have a video out of it. I think I've got maybe 1 or 2 good photos that I think. I've got a really nice photo with some old logs from an old fence that used to be on the bank the bank's collapsed and that fence has gone underwater, but these old logs are there. And I think I've got a really good photo out of that and some other stuff, but I'll just chuck that in the video list with all the other stuff I've got to get out to you. Way too much. But other than that, yeah, tonight I'm going to shoot out and see if the clouds have gone. It looks like the rain's stopped. Unfortunately, I was really enjoying that rain. I know the grass was loving it, so that was really, really good for all the grass I planted. So, yeah, unfortunately the sign's up for sale at the front of the house. So she's going. All that hard work. I think it's just clicked in the brain as well that this is the end of something that we've built together, and basically everything we wanted in a house we put into this one, and yeah, it's all over. It's a bit sad, but oh well. Time to change, move, go to Queensland, more stuff to look at, new stuff, start again. I've done it before, we'll do it again. Rightio. I don't know where to start here. We're going to it's a big night on COVID-19. Not much tech news in that way. There's a couple of little things I want to talk about, but this COVID-19 virus is getting pretty full on. My concern is the news agencies are still calling it a coronavirus. if you haven't looked it up and haven't been aware of actually what coronavirus is, a type of virus. It's SARS virus was a coronavirus. It's actually not the actual name of it. It'd be like calling a cyclone. But they keep doing it. It got named like, I think I've been saying it for the last week or so, and as soon as they actually give it its proper name, which is COVID-19, I think the news agencies just, coronavirus is caught on, and everyone, because it sounds like Corona beer, it's very catchy and that now, and that's how they're selling it. So it's a bit of a shame, but it's actually COVID-19. I don't know why they're still calling it coronavirus, because that applies to half a dozen to more different viruses, including SARS and some other swine flu or something else. I think there's a few others in there, but it's actually a type of virus, coronavirus. It's basically dictates how it works, and it goes in and attaches to your cells and then recreates it. But that's not actually what it is. So now, Italy, Iran, both major infections. So if you're going to either of those places, Spain as well this afternoon, full craziness is getting out of hand. So it's as I've said to you, I think every single night this week, make sure your travel insurance covers if there's an outbreak or something, so you can cancel before you go and get your money back. If you are traveling, please do not just wait till you get there and then trying to get home and get insurance or lose a lot of your money. Or I'd hate to see it, because I know how expensive it is to travel overseas, and these amazing once-in-a-lifetime trips, they can be replanned. Get your money, if you don't get your money back, you can't replan it. So please check with your travel agents. I know, as I said to you last night, JetBlue was happy to change flights and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be a few others getting on that same sort of path, so they don't lose money. They can still take bookings, and if need to be, just swap them and change them, delay them. It's going to affect the airline industry pretty heavily, I guarantee you that. It's hit the American stock markets today. They went down to a correction, I think they call it, into a correction mode. I'm not sure what that exactly means, but basically I think it's like a holding thing. Well, hang on, this is not good. We'll just put it at this level until we can work out really how bad it is and how it's going to affect it before we let it drop. I think it's the way the market says, well, hang on, we're not going to let it drop. We'll just lock it in at this. It can't go up or down. I think that's what it means. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you understand it, can you let us know down below? And that'd be super. Now, Japan is saying, they announced today, or one of the reporters said, about 3 to 4 weeks, Japan is going to know whether they're going to be calling off the Olympics. Obviously, with Japan so close to China and all that, and with the amount of infections they've got in Japan, they've had a few there. They're really, really clamping down. They're obviously doing everything they can. It's going to cost them billions of dollars if they cancel this Olympics. I'm sure they don't want to let that go away. They don't want to lose that sort of money, and they don't want to let anyone down. I know how honourable the Japanese people are. They're amazing people. I love them to death. I've had the privilege of going to Japan to play baseball, and they're just amazing, and it's an amazing country. I absolutely love it to death. I wish I could get back there one day. Hopefully I can down the track. But so please don't put it off as that. But yeah, just be aware. They should know in about 3 to 4 weeks. And I think that's when they're going to make a decision to what they're going to do. There was talk about moving it to another. I don't think you'd move it. I think you're better off just going, look, it's every 4 years. How about we just put it back 12 months? 12 months, same bat channel, same time. We'll have everything, all the stadiums will be tickety-boo, everything ready to go. Just push it back 12 months. I can't see how that would hurt anyone. The only thing it may hurt is athletes that have worked and up until their prime, but unfortunately there's nothing we can really do about that. That's just part of life. I'm sure those athletes would be just heartbroken that have worked their way up, but it gives them 12 months to sort of get a bit of a rest in, and then get themselves back up to that prime level. I think it's probably the best way to do it. It'll be interesting to see what they say, but we'll know in about 3 to 4 weeks on that. Facebook cancels their F8 conference for developers. They're going to run live stream events and online content instead. They don't want any chances, and they're trying to limit the amount of travel that people have to do and companies have to do. So they're going to go that way. So I think that was pretty smart by them. If you don't need to go somewhere, it's probably a good time to not go anywhere, I suggest. As I said, stocks plunge in the US, so that's a big one as well, because that US stock market is a big driving wheelhouse for all the economies across the planet, and I think we knew when Aussies and South Korea yesterday all dropped a couple of percentage points. I think that was an early assumption of what was going to happen, because we're basically 15 hours ahead. I think that was pretty stock standard that was going to happen as well. I think they'll all be going into some sort of holding pattern to see what's going to happen. I think pretty much every government on the planet would be crazy if they're not pumping millions, if not billions, into finding a solution to this issue and giving the scientists whatever they need. I'm sure they are, and I have no hesitation. The World Health Authority is doing everything they can. It's just unfortunately a time thing. You can't just rush these things. You've got to do the process, you've got to test it, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. They need to understand it, what it is, how it works, they can shut it down. So it's just a fact of life. It's tough. It's a tough one. Very tough. So yeah, just be safe. I guess that's the main thing. If you don't need to go somewhere, don't. Just, that's all I can say. Rightio, go to some fun stuff now. McDonald's in the States, 6 candles. They're celebrating Quarter Pounder month, I think it is. You can buy 6 candles that each one of the candles, if you light them all together, will basically fill the room with the smell of a Quarter Pounder. That is insane. Each candle's obviously a different thing, so if you don't like pickle, you can leave the pickle candle out and have the rest. I'm not a big pickle fan, so not many Australians are. The wife loves them. I'm not a big fan. I'm not much of a vegetable person though, but I thought that was pretty darn cool and sold out. Obviously, crazy, just friggin' sold out. Imagine coming home to that, or having a house open or something, and all you can smell is Quarter Pounders. Be like, oh. It's very, very cool. Great marketing by McDonald's, whoever's doing it. It's just, friggin' awesome. Elon Musk says a little bit of an answer for the Cybertruck. We're wondering about the towing. We talked a while back about how the Cybertruck was going to tow vehicles. There was concerns that it's going to basically just drop the battery in half, and its 400 to 700 or 800 kilometre range was basically going to go to 100, 200 kilometres and be pretty much useless to anyone that actually needed it, to tow something, which predominantly you do a fair bit. He said they're going to be putting in some sort of control panel. As soon as you've got that weight on, it's going to adjust everything. It's going to tell you, give you distance adjustments, weights, whatever, and give you a good answer on that. There was no real answer as such on how much it's going to be able to do and how long how it's going to affect the battery. That's going to depend on driving styles, if you're autopilot, all that. But I'm sure down the track, it's something that they're going to be definitely looking at. And when they finalise the truck, I'm sure they'll have some sort of data on that to give us. So great to see that he's pretty good. He answers on Twitter and gives people answers back, which is pretty awesome for a guy of his stature. But obviously, I'm sure now that he knows about it, and he's mentioned it, he's going to be putting something in place to make sure that it's all good. LeBron James, the king of basketball, is having a crack at baseball. The MLB Commissioner has come under a lot of fire. I haven't said too much about it other than, well, I think they all do it. With the cheating scandal with Houston Astros, once you get the majors, everyone knows what everyone's doing. You've got cameras everywhere. You can watch it live on TV in the dugout, in the change rooms to come and tell the people. They've got phones. How is any of that? Anyway. So basically, we know what happened there. Astros got done for stealing signals. They knew what pitches were coming. It was helping them and then bats, and predominantly helping them with stealing bases, it seemed like was the real gist of it. The hitting didn't really affect you as I thought it really wouldn't. I can't see, even if you know what's coming, sometimes even the best hitters are 7 times out of 10 you fail. I can know a fastball's coming and I can still get out, it pop up, ground ball. It's not that easy a game, but stealing the bases definitely can make a difference, and they do believe that was a big one. Now the commissioner has basically really not done much. There was questions though, they were going to get banned for life, what they were going to do, all that. They pretty much got a slap on the wrist and fines and stuff like that. Nothing ridiculously out of whack, and some other players from other teams are a little bit pissed off and having a crack, and now LeBron's chimed in and all this. This commissioner doesn't look like he's going to last. I can't see him lasting. If not, he'll be out pretty soon. If the players are not happy with it, well then you've got to do something. It's simple as that. What they're going to do and how they're going to do it to appease people, it's going to be tricky. You got Pete Rose is banned for life for gambling in baseball, which was really stuff all. Stealing signs, really, I can't see it as a lifetime ban. Maybe if you have a ban for a month, what does the Astros, whoever plays the Astros, have like a phantom game or an automatic win for the first month of baseball? And the fans don't get to see for either team. So that just means there's no baseball. I'm not sure. Are they forced to play and no matter what, they lose? Is that what they need to do? Okay, you can play, but no matter what happens, you lose by 10 runs every game for the first 10 games, and none of your stats, hitting, pitching, fielding, none of your stats count for April. I don't know, maybe that's what they need to do, just to sink it home. That's a pretty heavy whack on them. Losing the whole first month of games, it'll put you 30 games down, or 20, 30 games down in the hole. That's a huge hole to jump out of. That's what I would suggest. I think that would appease everyone, but they still get to play, keep their rhythm going, and then come back into it. And I guess you could put a massive fine on the club, or whatever, take the World Series off them, give it to, well, you can, I don't think you'd take the World Series because I don't think it affects that much. But anyway, yeah, interesting. LeBron's in there having a smack at him. Obviously, he's a sportsman, a mad sports fanatic, like 90% of us are. So I think the commissioner's definitely going to have to do something. What he's going to do, who knows? He obviously is under a lot of pressure and a lot of heat to do stuff on both sides. Some to say nothing and then some to do something. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for another day and another week. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully these clouds give me a break tonight and I can shoot out there and get you a nice big Milky Way. Fingers crossed. Might be my last chance for a while. It's just starting to back. That moon's just starting to come back now. So still got some good, should still have good visibility tonight, but I'm not sure how long for. So anyway, that's it from me. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Spend some time with your family. Tell them you love them. Have a good one. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Monday. Monday. Let's do Monday. Okay. Peace.